So from our earlier conversation, we were talking about how you all are actually a county structure but function very similarly to a city. I think that's such an interesting distinction, and what some of the advice, maybe go into who you all are and then some advice for city planners or city employees or governments.
So Montgomery County, Maryland, we're a large urban county just on the outside of the District of Columbia. And we're a little over 1 million people, 500 square miles. So we're really analogous more to a mid-size or somewhat large city in a lot of ways. We're the same population as Charlotte, the same size as Charlotte, similar to Pittsburgh or Jacksonville. We're a city that is, or county, that really operates a lot like a city. Most of the residents live in unincorporated Montgomery County, so we provide all the same services that a city does, and then some. So a lot of cities, for example, don't do the health and human services work. That falls to the county that they're in. A lot of cities also don't do the corrections and rehabilitation. We do all of the above. So in the county, when we start to engage in smart cities projects, we really look across all of our different functions for opportunities that are important to the county. For us, agriculture is important. Vulnerable populations and transportation are 3 important areas among several. To do that, what we did was we set up the Thingstitute, which is our living lab for IoT and smart cities projects. And that's how we engage with universities, big companies, startups, and the community.
We're seeing that model a lot at the Smart Cities Summit, that it is almost an outside entity that can help bridge that gap between public sector and private sector, so where there can be that real collaborative conversation without some of the silos in place and breaking through things like RFPs and the rules and red tape, which sometimes can be there for good reasons and helps that kind of move along a little bit faster.
Yeah, the Thingstitute, the reason why we gave it a unique name, we didn't just call us...
It's a pretty great
the
name,
department,
by the way.
Thank you. We didn't just call it the Department of Innovation or the Department of Smart Cities.
Yeah.
We didn't want this to feel like just another government entity or a government program. We wanted to give it its own branding, its own feel, and it's through that we do help a lot of our external partners engage with the county and deploy whatever solution or technology or a new approach that they have into one of those real-world test beds.
Got it.
And we spend a lot of time kind of curating that group of partners and making sure that whatever they have fits in the story that we want to tell in each one of those test beds.
Yeah. How long was that process from the time that you were thinking about it, selecting the right partners? And I only ask because I know a lot of people are going to be looking at this both on the rural side and on the urban side, looking for new models to become smarter faster.
So it started about almost 3 years ago now with the first iteration of the Global Cities Team Challenge, which was back then called the Smart America Challenge. And what helped out a lot was the third-party validation from federal agencies, including the White House. So when they recognized our work among the work of others, it really gave us a bit of a boost. It kind of put us on the map within county government to as something that's significant, that has potential. And that third-party validation, I think, is important for any person working inside of government who wants to demonstrate why their new concept is important. And in our case, we were lucky enough to have it come from the White House. And then from that point forward, we went through, I would say, about a year of planning and organizing. We had to find physical space.
Sure.
So the Thingstitute is actually in an old courthouse that we've repurposed, and we have the old courtroom, an entire floor where we have our workshop. It's where our partners meet. It's where we do hackathons and live stream webinars. So all of that took some time. It took some effort, a little bit of money, a lot less than I think a lot of folks would imagine, because we really do tap into the resources of all of our partners to get this done.